Hello.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How you guys?
Good.
She's broken.
What'd you do? What'd you do now?
Life.
Yeah.
Life and age.
Oh no.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'm just slightly broken. No big deal. It's good. What hurts now?
Everything, but this arm's being quite persnickety.
The elbow or just the whole arm?
I'm gonna say both.
The whole thing. Just
Elbows.
That is more elbow.
Yeah, the elbow's more, but the tricep keeps trying to kick into the whole situation. So
is it getting like spasmy? Like
Yeah.
spasm? Yeah. Yeah. Is it hurt to touch or just kind of okay, that's good.
Yeah. It's almost like when I had a pinched nerve in my neck and I had lost that arm, it's almost a little bit of it's reminiscent to that. So it's the trying to do the nerve glides and yeah.
Yay, fun. That
Yeah.
sounds fantastic. And is it coming along the inside or the outside?
Oh, it's all outside.
All outside. Okay. Okay. Well, do you want to do arms today? Focus on that stuff?
Yeah, we can.
Arms, y'all both have elbow and arm stuff going on?
It's got wrist stuff,
I have
yeah.
wrist stuff from all the goddamn presses on Friday, but yeah.
It was a lot of my wrists felt jammed. Yeah, I actually went in on Friday. My wrists felt jammed yesterday from all the presses. Like it's like, oh, I thought it was just me not being used to holding a barbell anymore. Like I've been using kettlebells for like I haven't done barbell presses in a long time. Like oh, it's just me. It's good to know it wasn't just me.
No, my wrists are a little jacked up.
Real angry.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, conducting the orchestra.
Are you conducting your own orchestra? What's going on?
Conducting your own orchestra on a regular basis.
And then stretching them like this.
Yeah. Is it helping?
I hope so. I'm doing the things. It's just agitated.
Doing the things, it still hurts.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, we used a demo hammer
Yeah,
yesterday, so
y'all are still are y'all back to demoing your house yourself now or
yeah, there were a couple things we needed to finish in the bathroom. We had to take the shower floor out.
oh
So-
no.
Yeah, no, it's
Plumbing
fine.
problems or just
No,
painting
it just, after over time they all leak. So it's like, while we have the whole house torn apart, let's just tear that apart too and just do it. Be done
just
with
got
it.
this thing, got the whole thing. Pull it all out.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
No, it's fun. I don't mind. I'm laughing about it at this point. I'm homesick, but when we move back in, it's going to be like a new house. So
it'll be a nice change after being we keep rearranging our furniture because we've been in the house so long. We're like, we just want things to look different.
yeah,
So you get back and it'll be like a refresher from the whole pandemic stuff. It'll be like, oh, this is so nice.
I think that's why I'm holding up as well as I am, is that I just spent a year in that house looking at all of the things that annoy the shit out of me. So
yeah. The anger can slowly go away. Like you don't have to be frustrated with it anymore. It's fine. All right. Well, let's do arms then.
All right.
And see, we'll throw some nerve glides and stuff in there too, just to see if we can hit something in particular that might be helpful. So grab whatever sort of balls you want to use. We'll start by flexing the arms overhead. Let's just do some straight arm overhead flexion. Once you've gone through a few rounds of that, pay attention to what the rib cage is doing. My rib cage is popping a lot lately. We'll take it behind us, do some extension, Seeing those two ranges of motion, how they feel. And then we will grab our balls. And let's start everyone's favorite on the front of the chest, and then we'll come around to the back. We'll detote the balls for now. We're just going to quickly roll out the peck on each side. We're not going to spend a lot of time. So essentially what I want you to do is up against a wall or with a block on the ground, zigzag from the collarbone all the way down to basically just right above the breast tissue, and then all the way back up. Depending on what you did this week, it might feel really bad, but just zigzagging from the top to the bottom, covering the whole of that pec tissue. It doesn't have to be exact, just make it work for you, whatever that may be. We'll also say, make sure you're getting all the way to that breastbone, kind of the start of the rib cage, where it meets that breastbone, getting into those little joints as well. As you run into stickier spots, feel free to sit there for a moment and breathe into it. We're not going to stay on the pecs super long, but just give them a little bit of an awakening here. All right, let's switch over to the other side. Same thing on the opposite side, zigzagging down that pec tissue and zigzagging your way back up. At the very least, this will give you some ideas if you want to go back later of where to go to. Same thing on this side. If you run into super sticky spots, feel free to hang out on them for a moment. Don't forget to get that tissue right up next to the breastbone. We'll take just another 30, 40 seconds here. All right, and then we will let that go. If you're like me and detoted your balls, put them back in the tote. We're gonna roll the back side of the shoulder to begin with, and then work our way down the tricep. So where I want the balls to go is right behind the armpit. So kind of that juncture. Our goal is kind of gonna be to get into this little pocket right here. It hurts on everybody. It's that posterior capsule of the shoulder blade. So you're essentially going to get into the rotator cuff muscles, but also work on getting right into that juncture where the arm and the shoulder blade meet.
The posterior ouchie.
The posterior ouchie, that's correct. Your posterior ouchie. Which could also be the glutes.
Yeah.
I like to set both balls in and then roll up onto it. I have a block here. It's nice under the head. but you can also do it without the block. Just lay your head on the ground. I like to kind of roll side to side, working my way into that tissue until I can find like the super icky part. You'll know it when you find it. Once you find it, take the arm through some range of motion. So turn the palm down, turn the palm up, maybe lift and lower the arm. If you find a really nice line of pull, like having my arm overhead and flipping my palm down creates a nice pull for me. So I'll hang out there and maybe play with my wrist, lift and lower, flex and extend my wrist to kind of drive the movement, get that to relax a little bit. So once you find those lines of like, oh, I feel that all the way down my arm, play with the end range, play with the hand, try to get that line to relax a bit. All right, we'll take a couple more breaths in this particular spot. And then we're not going to switch sides. We're just going to work down the tricep. So working down the tricep, what I like to do is have the balls kind of running, how would that be? Perpendicular to the arm. So hugging the tricep and making their way down. Similar position, setting yourself up. You can always stack an arm, your other arm on top if you want more pressure, kind of adding that downward press as you roll down the tricep and back up. That top arm is completely optional though. I would begin by traversing the whole of the tricep, so going all the way to the top, kind of where you're getting into the delt, and then rolling all the way back down to the elbow. So you feel that little elbow junction, that little bony prominence. Hit the balls and then roll all the way back. So covering the full area. Do that one more time. And as you do this, notice where your tension is. Mine is as I get closer to my elbow, it gets a little ickier for me. Icky is the very technical word there. You know it when you feel it. So I'm gonna hang out closer to my elbow here is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set my hand on top to add some downward pressure, and then I'm just going to very actively turn my palm downward, creating a bit more stretch. So I'm resisting that roll of the forearm as I turn my palm downward. I pronate my hand, creating for me just a little more stretch there. If that begins to loosen with you, or it's not causing too much pain, you can flex and extend the hand at the end range there. For me, that creates a nice pull. If whatever spot you're on begins to kind of release some, you can always start again on a new spot. Chances are there's more than one. And then let's go ahead and take it all the way down into the forearm itself. So I like to do this on a block, but you can always just kind of set yourself up on the ground. Placing the balls, I'm going to do the back side of my forearm to begin with, stacking my opposite arm on top and rolling up and down that forearm. As you begin to roll, you can flip the palm to face down to get the flexors as well as the extensors, but just covering as much musculature on that forearm as you possibly can. Similar to the other side, if you find a spot that is super sticky but not nervy, feel free to hang out on it, flex and extend the hand, maybe come back to that orchestra conducting, turning the palm up and down, making little figure eights. And similar to the pec, this is a good time to kind of notice where your tension is. Is it closer to the elbow? Is it closer to the wrist? Is it on the flexor side or the extensor side? Kind of figuring out where your tension pattern is so you know what areas to come back to. Mine personally tends to be on the extensor side, as they are the stabilizers. All right, and then we will let that go and let's go to the other side. So if you forgot where we started, it was back on the back side of the shoulder. So that's where we're gonna start on this other side. For me, it's my left. Coming to the back side of the armpit, once again, going for that posterior capsule. So that spot where the shoulder blade and the humerus come together, the upper arm bone come together, setting the ball right in that area. You'll know it when you found it. The posterior ouchie will make itself very down. And I just laid down right on it. So I'm going to hang out and breathe here. If you didn't find it immediately, you can roll yourself side to side, move the balls up and down a little bit to kind of find it. Once you've found it, if it isn't too angry, you can play with the arm, turn the palm up, turn the palm down, reach away, kind of make a little snow angel with the palm down, with the palm up. Just playing with movement of the arm to try and create a little bit of release in this area. This is definitely one of those spots after a workout like Friday. I'm like, I could spend all day just on the back side of my arm and it would feel amazing. All right, so when you feel ready, we'll begin to make our way down our tricep. So starting at really where you just left off at the back of the arm, kind of me, I'm starting at the back side of the deltoid, toward that posterior delt, rolling all the way down to the elbow and all the way back up. And for me on this side, that posterior delt is really where a lot of crankiness is for me. So I'm going to stay higher up on this side. For you, maybe once again, it's as you come closer to that elbow, that tricep area, hang out where it's best for you. And keep in mind, one side does not have to be like the other side. This side, I'm gonna stay higher up. I'm still gonna do the same stuff though. I'm gonna play with the arm, reaching away, turning the palm to face up, turning the palm to face down, bending and circling through the elbow. I'm still gonna play with that arm movement. I'm just focusing my attention on a different spot on this side. This side has lots of pops and cracks for me. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, make sure you're breathing. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. Take just another little bit of time on this back side of the arm here. For me on this side, it's that delt is just really sticky. All right, and we are going to work our way down to our forearm. I like to set it up on a block for this. You're welcome to do it on the ground. Setting yourself up, I stack my arms because it feels good. I get both a backside of the arm work as well as I can use my forearm to get into the flexors as I'm getting into the extensors. But if it's too much for you, skip that part. Working from the elbow all the way to the wrist, even if that means you have to reset. Nothing in your forearm should feel nervy. So if it does feel nervy, kind of electrical or numbing or anything like that, move to a different spot, flip your hand around. Don't want to irritate the nerves. If you do find a really good spot, feel free to hang out on it, flex and extend the wrist, conduct the orchestra, make it work for you. All right, we'll take just another 30, 40 seconds here. This left side forearm, it's actually much worse than my right. And then we'll come off of that, set them off to the side, and let's test the range of motion again, flexion and extension of the arms. Get an idea of how that feels now versus how it felt before. Hopefully it feels a bit different. All right, let's go through some range of motion work. And then we will do some activation. So we're going to pretend like we're holding two pizzas. We are going to slice our navel in two, flip the arms around. Now you want this to roll up one part at a time. So my hands will turn up, my forearm will turn up, and then my upper arm will spiral, coming around. So forcing that what is that? That's going to be supination prior to the upper arm rotation. Can you separate the lower arm from the upper arm? There are very specific muscles that do supination versus pronation, and you want to get those supinators to turn on and not just have the upper arm doing all the work for you. Can you make that happen? All right, let's switch the direction. Chopping yourself in half from the back side now. Palms will be face up when you come around, and now you want that pronation to occur prior to the internal rotation. So the lower arm turns down and then the upper arms turn down. So can you separate that lower arm movement from the upper arm movement, creating a spiraling effect, hand then elbow, then shoulder turn in. Go 2 more times. And then we will let that go, shake that out. We're gonna try something it's called squid arm. So it starts with this, basically a median nerve glide. So you press your hand away from you, lower the shoulder blade down, and that might be enough. For me, on this right arm, when I lower that shoulder blade down, I get a really big nervy pull into my hand. If you don't get that nervy pull, you can tilt your head away. For me, tilting the head away is too much. It's too much of a pull. But I'm going to press my hand away, palm face up, and then I'm going to create a squid. I'm going to pull my fingers in, pull my shoulder blade up to my ear, tilt my head towards my shoulder blade, and then I'm going to start again, and I'm going to press it away and come back to that beginning position. Shoulder blade drops down, palm faces up. Maybe your head tilts away. It's too much for me, so I'm not going to do the head tilt, but I'll do the head tilt this direction as I pull my squid arm in and then press my squid arm away. So just like a little squid flowing through the water, pulling in, shoulder blade comes up to the ear, pressing away, shoulder blade depresses, hand presses away, maybe head tilts. 2 more. Last one. And now that you've done squid arms on that side, test your range of motion. Like my right arm goes a lot more now than my left arm, oddly enough. So that was a good movement for me on that right side. And now we'll switch to the left side and see how it goes. Pressing away, drop the shoulder blade. I can maybe tilt my head a little bit on this left side. It's different than my right. It doesn't feel quite as much, but you should feel a nice pull into the center of the palm, maybe into those middle fingers. Get a nice nervy pull. Shoulder blade depresses, head tilts away, and then you reverse it all. Hand pulls in, elbow bends, shoulder pulls up to ear, head tilts towards shoulder. So you're slackening the nerve, and then we are pressing away, and you are lengthening the nerve. Working through those 2 ranges of motion. Shoulder blade comes up, ear tilts in, press away, shoulder blade depresses, head maybe tilts away. Shortening, slackening the nerve, and then lengthening the nerve. Do 2 more. And then we will let that go. Once again, test your range of motion. And I'm nice and even. That's pretty good. And we will let that go. All right, let's come down and do an ulnar nerve glide. This is the one that runs along the outside, goes into the pinky and ring finger. How it looks, I like to have my arm out to the side. You might like to have your arm slightly more forward This is going to depend upon how your nerve runs. So try it both ways. Palm faces up, elbow bends, comes up towards your shoulder blade tucks down, maybe head tilts away. For me, having it out to the side creates more of a pull. For you, having it forward might cause more of a pull. Play with those two. You should feel kind of a pull into the pinky fingers. Head tilts away, shoulder blade comes down, just a small pull. Breathe into it. And now we're going to play with this one. It's a little bit of a head flick, hand flick. Head and hand go the same direction. Head and hand go back. So you are driving it by tilting the head and tilting the hand. Like a fairy godmother granting a wish. And you get a wish. And you get a wish. And for me, as I do that, I can feel that the pull into my ring finger is becoming less and less. So maybe for you, that's the case. You can recheck your range of motion, see if it was a good movement for me. My body was indifferent to that. Maybe it was a good one for you. I don't know. But you can try it. All right, switching to the other side. This side might be different. Palm faces up, elbow bends. Once the elbow has bent, shoulder drops down. Head tilts away. Now, once again, you should feel that pull into that pinky finger, maybe a bit into the ring finger. If you don't feel the pull, maybe take your elbow forward a little bit. Might cause the pull to increase. All depends on how your nerve runs in your arm. Breathe into it. Get the pull. Once you have it, we'll begin that flick. Hand flick, head flicks, and come back. Hand flick, head flicks, and come back. It doesn't need to be a massive pull to be effective. We'll take one more. And then we will let that go. Maybe check your range of motion. My body likes that one a little more. So that left side for me created a little better pull. All right, let's go for one more. We are going to tuck our thumb into our hand, wrap your hand around your thumb. So you have your thumb encased in your fingers. You're then going to press down and away. So reaching away and back. As I reach away and back, I'm going to tilt my hand as if I'm pouring a glass of, I don't know, juice or something. So tilt my hand away, drop your shoulder blade down, tilt your head away. I don't have to tilt my head forward to really feel this pull. It's a pull all the way down into my forearm, and breathe into it. All right, so for this one, what we're gonna do is tilt the hand back, pull the elbow in, tilt the head in. So like you're coming into that nice little cute picture position. Slacken the nerve, pull the shoulder up, and then we'll take it back away. Down and away, shoulder drops. Pour that glass of juice, drop the shoulder down, head tilts away, and then pull it all back in. Shoulder blade comes up to ear, head tilts towards the shoulder, and then go back away. Coming back in, and then going back out. Let's go one more time, coming back in, shoulder blade up, going back out. This time as you go back out, because it felt good for me last time, go and take a nod of the head, nod the head yes. For me, that creates a nice little pull. Feels pretty good. Maybe it does the same for you. We'll slacken it one more time for good measure. Tilt the wrist in, bend the elbow, shoulder blade up to ear. And then we'll let that go. Arms overhead. See, yeah, see my body like that. That right side really got a good pull from that. Better range of motion. So now we do the other side. Maybe it'll be the same. Tuck your thumb, wrap your fingers, tilt your glass of juice away from you. Arm comes back and at an angle. Shoulder blade drops down. That might, just a little tilt of my head, that creates a huge pull through my bicep, down into my forearm. feels pretty good. I'm gonna hold for a moment because I'm like, ah, this side kind of needs this. And then we'll come into the slackening. Wrist pulls in, elbow bends, shoulder comes up to ear, that cute little picture position. And then we'll go back and away. Shoulder down, head tilts, pour the glass of juice, come back in, hug it up, and then go back away. So going from the slack to the tensioning just a couple more times. Next time you come to the tensioning, where your head is tilted away, shoulder blade is down, nod the head yes a few times, see if that helps. Create any more release or relief, maybe even into the neck. And then we will let that go, test your range of motion, see if it got any better. Mine just loosened up quite a bit. How's that feel? Any different?
Yeah, that helped a lot with my trap tightness too.
Okay, fine. Did you find a specific one that helped?
That last one helped a lot.
One. Okay, well, there's your homework right there. You got it. Do that one again.
Okay.
Let's come down to the hands. We're going to conduct our orchestra with our hands. So figure eight. You'll notice as I'm doing this figure eight, my forefinger is leading. It's creating the movement. But now I'm going to switch it. My pinky finger is going to lead that figure eight. Come down and around. Can you make it go the opposite direction? The answer might be no. That's okay, but give it a try. All right, and then we're going to let that go. Okay, so now your goal is to have your wrist lead the movement. So give your wrist a little bit of a rub, kind of wake up the wrist on both sides, because this is the area I want leading. And how it's going to look is you're going to lift up through the wrist and then down through the wrist. It's like wax on, wax off, or paint the fence. That's what it is, paint the fence. So it's not my hand moving, it's my wrist leading the movement. You can tell because it's my forearm that's moving. So maybe you have to do it with one hand to make it happen. But when your wrists are feeling jammed, making the actual wrist move instead of the hand is a great way to go. So wrist comes up, wrist comes down, and it's hard to not let the hands do it, but see if you can make the wrists lead the movement up, lead the movement down. As you're doing this, can you make it smaller and smaller till eventually it's just a tiny up and down? I'm sure piano players can do this really, really well. For me, it's very hard. I really have to think about it to make my hands not do the work. All right, let that go, shake that off. Now we're gonna spread the bed sheets. So now we're focusing on the inside and outside of the wrist. Give that a little bit of a sensory awakening. So kind of rub them a little bit. So you're like, hey, I want this inside and outside of my wrist to work. So I want the inside of my wrist to lead the movement and then the outside of my wrist to lead the movement. And this one's even harder for me. My hand wants to do the work for me, but I'm trying my best to make it so that my wrist is leading. And I think of it as like spreading the bed sheets out, like laying the bed sheets nice and flat. And you might feel all these weird muscles in your forearms, especially as I'm doing this. I feel these weird muscles on the inside and outside of my forearm, really trying to do the work. It gets a little choppy for me. My shoulders are trying to do the work, so I'm gonna try to relax my shoulders. I'm not under attack. It's just my forearms trying to move. All right. And then see if you can make it smaller. And can you get to the point where it's just a tiny little movement left and right of the forearm. This left side does not want to do it near as well as my right. It's super choppy as I come out. Like my brain doesn't quite know what to do with it. And then shake that off, let that go. And then we're going to try to take it into, can you now make it a full circle? You know, it's not a circle of the hands. It's the actual wrist and forearm. And my left side is very stupid. My right side can make it work. But can you circle one way, maybe circle the other way? And then let that go. All right. Shake that off, give that a second. Did that work? Could you feel it?
It's hard.
The circles were easy.
It's very hard. It takes a lot of mental work. But when my wrist feel jams, that kind of helps release whatever is going on in there when my wrist feels super jammed. Okay, let's hold your pizzas again. Now we're going to come into an activation. If you have a rubber band is good here. I don't have a rubber band up here. So we're just I'm gonna pretend to do this. But even if you're pretending to have a rubber band, you can still get the activation. The activation is of, once again, the back side of the arm, that rotator cuff. Travis calls them no monies. So you're going to pull open, activate that backside of the armpit. Pretend like you're pulling on a band, squeezing your arms open. Feel that armpit, the backside of the armpit really, really, really turn on. Breathe. Hold that activation. I can feel that I'm popping my ribs a little bit, so I'm gonna readjust and see if my ribs can come back down. And then let that activation go, relax, release. We're gonna do it again. This time we're gonna try and make it bigger. If you're like me, activate through the core to begin with, brace, and then open. Feel the backside of the armpit turn on. Once you have that activation of the backside of the armpit, you're going to try to keep the activation even as you begin to open the arms up. I can only open till there before I lose this left side. That left side rotator doesn't want to stay past this movement. So I'm going to stop there, reactivate it, and then attempt to pull it back in and close it back down. Let all that go. And we'll do it one more time, just for good measure. Palms face up, open up, pretend you're pulling on a band here if you don't have a band, pretend it's there. Keep that activation. You should feel the backside of your armpit really turned on, like you're trying to stop someone from tickling you, closing down your armpit. And then keep that activation as you begin to open your arms out to the side. That's as far as I got before I lose my left arm. Open until you lose it, and then begin to close it back down. Keep the rib cage hugged in, and then coming back through center. Let it go. Let it relax. Breathe. All right. Let's do one more. Do y'all have a strap or something?
We do.
You have something? Okay. All right. Take it behind you. So with the strap behind you, shoulder blades down and away. Not actively pulling down, just let them relax more or less. Mine keep wanting to crunch up to my ears. So let your shoulder blades relax. Turn your pinkies towards the front of the room. So my strap is grabbed behind me, palms face forward, twisting my pinkies towards the front of the room, trying to point my pinkies at the camera. As I do that, once again, I can feel that I really want to come into a back bend. So I'm going to hug down, trying to lock my ribs, lock my spine in place. And I'm going to begin just by like those old cartoons, cleaning my butt after the shower, drying my butt off as I go side to side. Keep the pinkies facing forward. And then we're going to take it into a circle. Nice big circle behind you. As I do this, my shoulder blades aren't going to creep up to my ears. So I'm going to keep them nice and relaxed. Back of the armpit should feel nice and turned on. Circle one way, circle the other way. Just face forward.
No.
Totally working, Fred, right? Totally working.
This is terrible.
Everybody's favorite. All right, let it go, let it relax. So there's a range of motion to work on.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more final one that anybody who lifts weights hates. So take your thumbs to face one another, and then you're going to extend them behind you. Now, as you extend them behind you, don't just fold forward, like really extend them behind you. And then you're going to pull them towards one another to try to make your thumbs touch. Get them as close together as possible, and then lift them higher. Can you reach them higher behind you and squeeze them towards one another? And lift them higher behind you and squeeze them towards one another. Reach, reach, reach behind you. Squeeze your thumbs towards one another. Lift them and squeeze them together. And breathe. Lift and squeeze. It's terrible. Everything is shaking. It's totally fine, guys. Lift higher, squeeze together. Lift higher, squeeze together. Breathe, and then release. Let it go. Relax. Okay. All right, we're done. I think I went over time. It's fine. No, we're right on time. Yay. I talked too long. Good work today. So take the nerve glide that works for you and do it. Like,
Yeah, I need to remember it's.
yes.
Yeah.
Go from the slack all the way to the extend two. Work through that full range to maybe try and figure out if it can start to glide better, especially if your tricep is getting nervy, like spasming. That's a nerve issue. So
I know.
yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good to see you guys. Congrats on the house, like slowly moving forward. It's fantastic. It'll be great when you get back to it.
It will.
Yeah. All right. You guys have a good one. I will see you. I am here next weekend, so I will see you next weekend.
Okay.
Hopefully. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.